I have nothing better than to do, because I have no life, than to review Lethal Weapon 3.
Raj. Yeah. Grab the cat.
This one has one of my favorite beginnings to a movie. You'll know the beginning is easily one of the best of the Lethal Weapon quadrilogy. I don't know what's it called. So Murtaugh and Riggs, they go to a crime scene, I guess, and there's a car bomb in a tall building, and then they're waiting. Everybody in the ground floor is waiting for the FBI or bomb squad to show up. But Riggs like, nah, I'm gonna go in. And Murtaugh, like, doesn't agree with him, but he still goes. That's Murtaugh for you. And they find the bomb, and then this is important. A cat falls onto the car, which scares them, but they don't mind. But they're like, oh, it's just a cat. So Riggs is like, okay, I'm gonna cut the bomb. He's like blue or red, and then they argue for like a minute, and he cuts a red one or blue one. He cuts one of those two, and he's like, see, nothing happens. While the clock is going faster, and he's like, Murtaugh, grab the cat, and then they just like leave. They run out of there. Right when they like get out, like a couple seconds later, when they got out the door, the whole building explodes. I'm like, that's one powerful bomb. If it made that whole entire building fall, and it's just like a car, like a normal car, and then a building. That was a huge bomb. It wasn't a huge bomb. It could fit inside of the backseat of a car. But that, I don't know. I don't get how bombs work, but that is one big blast radius. Murtaugh and Riggs were having like lunch or something, and then Riggs gets suspicious of these kids, and then finds out they were doing drug dealing. And he starts like, hey, I'm police. They shoot at him. He's like, of course he's gonna shoot back. And Murtaugh comes and he shoots them as well. And the kid, one of Murtaugh's children's friend, I think his name is Daryl. I think that's the kid that got shot. Name. He shoots him and he kills him. And then Murtaugh is like, oh, what have I done? And me over here like, hey, he shot at you. He doesn't deserve to die, but you had to capture him by any means because he was doing something illegal. At the funeral, his mother was like slapped him. He said he was like a good kid or something. Well, I don't know. But I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was literally drug dealing. You should have known he did that. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, why did you kill him? I'm like, he was doing bad stuff. That's one thing that like movies do or something. That's one thing I don't like. Like, he was doing something bad. He shouldn't be like, oh, he was a good kid. He didn't mean it's okay. He was doing it. He's a good kid. I'm like, no, that's not right. So that was my only problem with the movie. That doesn't make it right that he's just a good kid. But what can you do? Overall, the Lethal Weapon 3 is a great movie and a funny movie. One of the more funnier movies of the Lethal Weapons, in my opinion, anyway. So I loved it.
Raj. Yeah. Grab the cat. Grab the cat.
Get back! Take back!